A cry for help. Nomi's journey to High Place, a mansion shrouded in unsettling mystery.
I received the strangest letter from Catalina. She was pleading for rescue from High Place, our family's remote mansion.
Catalina's words dripped with fear and paranoia, hinting at a threat to her sanity.
I couldn't just ignore it. I had to investigate.
She traveled to the isolated mountain town where High Place loomed, a Gothic specter against the dramatic landscape. The journey was long and arduous, a fitting prelude to the unsettling experience that awaited.
As I approached the imposing mansion, a shiver ran down my spine. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of decay and the promise of secrets.
High Place, once a symbol of her family's power, now felt like a prison. Nomi, though, was determined to unlock its secrets and save her cousin. The mansion on the cliff High Place's Gothic grandeur whispers of a haunting past.
High Place was a crumbling monument to a bygone era. Its once bright facade was now stained with damp, and moss crept along its walls like grasping fingers.
Gargoyles, grotesque and watchful, leered down from the rooftops. Inside, dusty velvet curtains obscured the sunlight, casting long shadows across the cavernous rooms. The air hung heavy with the scent of mildew and decay, a musty fragrance that spoke of neglect and forgotten things.
I wandered through the mansion's darkened corridors, my footsteps echoing in the silence. Each room whispered of a dark history, from the faded grandeur of the ballroom to the unsettling stillness of the nursery.
The oppressive atmosphere of High Place seeped into Nomi's bones. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched, that the very walls were whispering secrets she couldn't quite grasp. Whispers in the walls. Nomi's investigation uncovers a legacy of cruelty and dark secrets.
I found Catalina frail and plagued by nightmares.
There are unseen horrors here, a sinister presence lurking within the walls.
The family patriarch, Virgil Doyle, Catalina's husband, was a cold and controlling man who dismissed Catalina's fears as mere hysteria.
I was determined to uncover the truth.
She delved into the history of High Place, discovering a legacy of exploitation and cruelty. The Doyle family, she learned, had grown their fortune on the backs of indigenous miners, leaving a trail of suffering and resentment in their wake.
The mansion, it seemed, was a repository not just of family secrets, but also of the town's collective pain.
As Nomi dug deeper, she began to suspect that Catalina's delusions were rooted in a very real darkness that permeated High Place. The mansion, and the family that resided within, were steeped in a history as dark and chilling as the shadows that clung to its corners. Section 4. The Haunting of High Place. Nomi experiences chilling encounters with the supernatural.
As days turned into nights, my nights were plagued by vivid dreams. I saw flickering shadows, heard whispers in the dead of night, and felt a constant presence lurking just beyond my vision. The line between reality and nightmare began to blur.
One night she awoke to find a ghostly figure standing at the foot of her bed, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. The apparition vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving Nomi trembling with fear.
My skepticism crumbled in the face of these increasingly disturbing events. The mansion seemed to come alive at night, with floorboards creaking under unseen footsteps and whispers echoing through the empty halls.
Nomi's once steadfast resolve began to waver as she realized that Catalina's fears were not mere fancy. The haunting of High Place was real, and it was closing in on them both. Section 5. Shadows of the Past. The weight of history, power, race, and family secrets bear down on Nomi.
I discovered a hidden library within the mansion, its shelves stacked with ancient books on alchemy, botany, and the occult. The texts hinted at the Doyle family's generations-long obsession with achieving immortality through dark and unnatural means.
They had exploited the land and its people, seeking to harness their life force for their own sinister purposes.
The more I learned, the more I understood the true nature of the evil that haunted High Place. It wasn't just the spirits of the dead, it was the lingering resentment of the oppressed, the echoes of their pain resonating through the generations. The Doyles, blinded by their pursuit of power, had unleashed a force they couldn't control.
Nomi found herself at the heart of a centuries-old struggle, a clash between the colonizers and the colonized, the powerful and the powerless. The mansion itself became a microcosm of Mexican history, its walls bearing witness to the brutal legacy of colonialism and its lingering consequences. Section 6. Revelation and Escape. Nomi confronts the evil within High Place and fights for her survival. Armed with this knowledge, Nomi confronted Virgil, exposing his family's dark secrets. In a final act of defiance, Nomi set fire to High Place, the flames consuming the mansion and the evil it harbored. The fire raged through the night. As dawn broke, only smoldering ruins remained, and the resilience of the human spirit.